Okay, so today we tackle grounding part 2. And as I said yesterday, this is the part that is a bit more thin on evidence. It's more emergent, if you like, and highly contested. So I will explain it within that context. The theory is electrical earthing. Now, what that means is when you stand barefoot outside on the ground, the natural surface of the earth, you are then electrically earthed. And what that facilitates, according to the theory, is that free electrons from within the Earth's surface, which is a proven thing, there are millions and millions of them, free electrons flowing through the Earth's surface, come up into your body, because the human body is a very good conductor of electricity. Again, that is also scientifically proven, fact, undisputed. So the theory says that you take up those free electrons, and that those free electrons in turn help to neutralize reactive oxygen species or free radicals, the metabolites and the waste products from your metabolism running that contribute towards systemic inflammation and all the negative downstream effects of that. So in a nutshell, the theory is getting electrically earthed by standing outside barefoot in direct contact with the Earth's surface allows you to uptake the free electrons which are naturally flowing through the Earth's surface. Those electrons get into your system. They help to neutralize reactive oxygen species, and in so doing help to improve your metabolic health. And some of the reported benefits of doing this are it reduces inflammation, it helps to reduce your blood viscosity, it helps to improve your mood, improve your sleep, etc., etc. Now, like I said, the weight of evidence for this is light, is emergent. What I mean by that is there are only a small number of small studies looking at this in earnest, and those studies cannot be used to prove causality because they lack the scientific rigor. So they're not big enough, they're not performed to a high enough standard, they're not double-blind placebo randomized controlled trials, okay? And there's also a number of them for which the authors have conflicts of interest in the form of the authors are associated or own companies which sell grounding products, so grounding mats, grounding bed sheets, grounding wristbands, etc. And obviously that raises the question around legitimacy of the science, and I get that. Here's the thing from my perspective. You don't need that part of the science to actually be right, because, as we discussed yesterday, the very act of getting barefoot outdoors, getting into direct skin contact with the natural environment around you, provides the microbial exposure part of grounding, which is demonstrably beneficial, right? That is not contested, or nowhere near as highly contested in scientific literature space as what the earthing theory of grounding is. So if the earthing theory of grounding proves to be true, fantastic. That's like bonus benefit on top of the microbial exposure benefit that you're already getting. If the earthing benefit proves not to be true, so what? You're already getting the benefit from the microbial exposure of grounding that you're already getting. And the best part is you're not having to buy any equipment for this. So you're not having to go and buy grounding mats or bed sheets or any of the other stuff. You can expose yourself to these potential benefits simply by getting outdoors, getting direct skin contact with the natural world around you. That's all it takes. So yeah, that's grounding in a nutshell. Microbial exposure on one side, electrical earthing on the other side. Microbial exposure is far more robustly evidenced in scientific literature. Electrical earthing is far more lightly evidenced and far more heavily contested. Both are achieved through the exact same practices, neither of which require you to spend any of your money on them, and potentially you benefit from both, if not just the microbial exposure. That's grounding for you. Does help. I do it, I experience it. Anecdotally as that may be, I definitely have seen improvements in my own experience because of doing it, and I'm sharing it because I believe it can be helpful to other SEND caregivers, and I want to provide that help.